So let me paint you a picture. The year is 2019. You have a job doing some administrative work in an office building, but it's Sunday, and it's a lazy Sunday, good old lazy Sunday. Lazy Sundays are the best, right up until about 1 o'clock, and then it starts to kick in that you gotta go back the next day, you gotta start all over, do the whole week over again. So you open up a few cold ones, toss them back, turn on the game, try to forget about the next day, and then the alarm goes off. Time to get up. Your head's pounding. Shit, that was way too many beers. I swear I only had like 2. And then you look over and you see like 16 crushed up cans. You get up, you get dressed, you fight your way through traffic, you finally get to work and someone's parked in your spot. You're thinking to yourself, who does this guy think he is? Parking a motorcycle in my spot? What an asshole. You get to your desk, you take your backpack off, you set it on your desk, you start to get ready for the day, and you're already rehearsing the story. The same story that you're gonna have to tell the next 8 people that walk behind you as they pass your desk asking, how was your weekend? And you're gonna have to rehearse it some more as you go get a cup of coffee from the one coffee maker that's in the whole company for 442 people. So now you're in the break room, waiting for your cup of coffee with 19 other people, so you decide to go over to the fridge, you pull it open, you're looking for a spot to put your packed lunch in there, but there's not a whole lot of room. There's lasagna from last year's company celebration, there's a half-eaten dipping cup of guacamole, and next to that there's a lunch bag with a sticky note on it that says, do not eat, this is mine, and you're thinking to yourself, how would I know who this is? It doesn't have a name. And you notice there's a Gatorade, half drunk, in the top corner, and you're like, wait, is that my Gatorade that someone stole last week? And then suddenly your thought process is completely interrupted by the overly excited Monday coworker of yours. How's it going, man? And you just squint your eyes, you think to yourself, don't engage, don't engage. If I do, I'll never hear the end of his weekend shopping and how the lady at his dry cleaning was definitely checking him out. And then you're prompted again because you didn't engage with him. So he hits you with one of these open hand to get your attention right on the back. Not enough to make you want to make a scene, but enough to make you question what your true power would be if you were to swing at one of those arcade jabbing machines. So you don't do anything, you turn around, you look at him, he's like, cheer up, man, we're gonna have a great week. And besides, we just hired a new girl, and bro, get this, she drives a motorcycle. And I'm gonna go give her a tour of the office, if you know what I mean. And scene, that's it, that's what you get when I script these videos and I write them out before I actually make the video. I don't like doing it because I want to get better at speaking off the cuff, but I did that with the quitting video and you guys seem to like that video. I don't know if that specific example, what I was talking about, hit close to home for anyone. Maybe that's just me, but if you felt like that, maybe it's time for a change. Maybe you need a new job. And if that's the case, this is the video for you, and I'm here to help. If you're new here and you don't know, I mostly talk about tech jobs because that's my experience, but most of the principles from this video will help you with just about any resume. I mean, keyword being most. If you drive trucks all day, JavaScript might not help you. If you're a lady of the night, SQL databases backend might not help. Well, maybe the backend, but like the rest of the technical stuff won't help you. There are a few key things that we look at. The skills. We need those front and center. Those are the most important things that you can have on your resume, and they need to be organized. So please don't just have like a jumbled list of skills, and please don't rate yourself on those skills. Also avoid soft skills like project management and stuff like that. That's really hard to prove that someone would have to call your prior boss or coworker or any of that. Second, we want to look at work history or related project experience. If you have work history and you have like little bullet points of what you did, don't just put what you did. Put what you did and what happened after you did that. So did you get a client that landed 33 more sales, or did you create a program that sped up a bunch of other programs by 33% or some arbitrary percent? You want to put what you did and the outcome and how that improved the company, how that created value for the company. So you're showing that you created value for the company, you can create value for their company and yourself, and it's really good to show that. The next thing that we're looking for, if you're a developer, but even if you're not, you should have a LinkedIn. If you're in the professional field in general, you need to have a LinkedIn link. Developers need GitHub links, and I don't really care who you are, you should probably have a website for yourself by now. Even if you don't make websites, there's Wix and Squarespace. But you need those 3 things if you're a developer, and those 2 things if you're not. Put your education down at the bottom. No one really cares about that, even if it says required. Try not to lean so much on the school that you went to or your education. You want to show with value and projects and as much experience things that you can show. The education's just a nice little checkbox. The next thing that we look at here is if you don't have work experience, don't try and count your grandmother's knitting business that she just sells to her 6 other people at Sunday school as like work experience. That doesn't, generally try not to use personal projects and claim them as professional projects, even as much as you want to. Just try to avoid that. If you don't have work experience, just say that they're personal projects and just own up to it and claim it and be like, look, I made this for this, and I could probably make something similar for you if you're interested, unless you're just like really proud of the work. Maybe grandma knits some lit blankets or something. I don't know. You only have like 4 seconds of someone's time. Whenever you submit a resume to HR, the CTO, the CEO, the developers, whoever it is that's gonna look at it, you get about 4 seconds. I give about 4 seconds. When I was hiring people, I had like 10 resumes on my desk. I just knew within like the first few seconds, I was like, nope, 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 maybe. These videos change slightly every time I make a resume review video, but the key points are pretty similar, and sometimes we see good examples of resumes and sometimes we see examples of resumes that need improvement. I appreciate everyone that sends these resumes in, and again, I base all of my resume reviews off of my resume and cover letter because people have gotten jobs at Google now and people have gotten jobs at Amazon, and they seem to be doing well. I've always got a lot of compliments on them. They support the channel. Link for them is in the description, so if you want to, maybe go check those out. I would appreciate that. Send me your cover letter and resume. There's always a little bit of a stack that I have to go through. If I get to you, thanks for sending it in. If I don't, it's really nothing personal. Just no one has time to watch a 45-minute resume review video unless it's your resume that's getting reviewed. Then you have all the time in the world, right? Anyways, that's what we're doing in this video. I hope you enjoy it. I'm about to head out to the gym because that's what I do in the middle of every video. So I hope you enjoy this B-roll.
Yeah, so I got a new ride.
I don't know if you guys actually saw that, but like that was a lane that was like merging, and that car tried to pass me and like 6 other cars, and then ran out of space and started swerving and almost pushed one off the lane. Gotta love that 5 o'clock traffic. Anyways, I'm done with the gym now. We're gonna take a look at these resumes. Let's get started with Christopher. Look at Christopher's. We got links, website, LinkedIn, GitHub. Looking good there. Little description of yourself. Looking good there. And back in UI UX, got skills, front, center, organized. Yep. I don't know if these are personal projects or are they freelance projects. If you have one in here that's a freelance and then another that is a personal project, I would label the entire thing freelance until you have to like specify everything. But if you want to assume that these are just projects, put personal projects. Don't just put random projects. Okay, so wait, I just read this. Meet with clients to gather requirements. So if this is working with clients, is this a freelance gig? What is that there? Then it looks like we have another thing here, Streamlytics, research streaming industry regarding statistics. Okay, so this is like a little bit of design. You got a GitHub demo and a video. That's pretty cool. Definitely like that. Down here we got another GitHub and a demo. No video, but that's okay. Do we have any demo of this? It looks like this was complete. Create elements, integrated, so you just have a GitHub, you don't have any example of this. My only questions for you are, did you finish these? Are these finished or are they incomplete? If they're incomplete, I can see why you're not leaving, or why you're not putting the date on here that you graduated. And same for over here, marketing management. Is this a bachelor's degree? Is this an associate's degree? Regardless if you finished or not, I would put the level of degree. I'm pretty sure Full Sail University is bachelor's degree, so I'd probably add that there. And Lansdale School of Business, I'm not sure, is this like an associate's? You're also not showing the dates that you graduated or attended from if you didn't graduate, which is good. You shouldn't do that because you don't want to give them any extra information to figure out how old you are, and as much as that is bad to say, they don't need to know. They're not supposed to hire based on that, but I'm sure that doesn't stop it from happening. So just go ahead and just leave that as is here. I'm not sure if this black background right here is a part of your resume. If it's a part of your resume, I would remove the black border background thing and then just keep everything else the way it is. Other than that, this is like perfect. It's got everything that you need, all the links that you need, a little description, skills, front center, projects. If this wasn't projects, you would put work experience or work experience and projects. Just my question about meeting with your clients there. That's about it. This is good stuff, Christopher. Thanks for sending it in, man. All right, next up we have my dude Nims or Namir here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Name, email, phone number, city, state. We are missing a little bit of a description about you. Who are you? What are you doing? What's your past look like? What's your future? A little blurb about you. We need that up here at the top. We're also missing a LinkedIn. So we need a LinkedIn, we need a GitHub, and we need a portfolio site. Skills right here: React, JS, Node, jQuery, Ruby on Rails, Git, GitHub, networking. So when you put things like Ruby on Rails, you could break this down more. Ruby on Rails is an MVC, Model View Controller. You could break that apart and include MVC as a skill rather than only Ruby on Rails, because you have Angular, which is an MVC, you have Laravel, which is an MVC. There's a lot of MVCs. So that is a skill that you could pull from this. Networking, this is a little bit ambiguous. Not sure what's going on with networking. Git, that's okay. GitHub, I don't necessarily know if I would put GitHub per se, because Bitbucket is almost copy and paste GitHub, and it's not that much different. I would just put Git or version control, and that would be it. That'd be all I do for that. Another thing here is you're missing the basics. So you can't do React.js without HTML5, CSS3, regular JavaScript. What about ES6? Are you using really modern JavaScript, or are you using older JavaScript? ES6, ES7, ES8? Are you using all these new concepts? Because if you are, you should include that here. So this is an example of, it's a little bit difficult to indicate the outcome of whatever these tasks did. So you coordinated between electrical contractors and facility managers, provided troubleshooting. What did that troubleshooting do? Well, it probably fixed some problems, which is self-explanatory. Programmed standalone, too complex computer-controlled lighting and shading systems for commercial applications. Could you maybe expand on this a little bit? Commercial, I don't really know what that means. I don't know what that sentence means. And that's a weird phrasing. Programmed standalone to complex. Standalone to, is that like a, am I bad? Am I not like understanding that? Maybe that's a typo, or maybe I'm just bad. You let me know in the comments. Kaiser Permanente, facilities engineer, represented the facilities department in the interdepartmental meet. Okay, this facilities department in interdepartmental meetings. Okay, that's a little bit redundant. We gotta fix that. To support and facilitate communication. This is a very engineering resume. Support and facilitate facilities, departmental communication and action between departments. Departmental. Okay. Basically, you went to meetings and you were like, yeah, facilities is here. That's what this sentence means. But was there anything good from this? And if so, I would talk about that. Manage the work order process by generating and dispatching service request work orders to multiple subcontractors and vendors. I would just say managed work orders with contractors and vendors. I think that'd be a simpler way to say it. Research production processing equipment or fixtures for purchase, gathered data relating to their ability to meet organizational needs. Is it, and gathers data? Is that, so that's present tense, but this is a past tense job, so fix that. Solving, dealing with various proprietary, wait, what is that? You mean solving problems dealing with various proprietary software issues as well as HTML issues. I would remove this and just put web development issues. They don't need to know. I'm going to skip through your education for a second here. We're going to come down to projects. Random quote generator utilizing Wikipedia's API. Okay, so you have indeed used an API. You definitely need to include that up top with your skills. Quote generator pulls random Wiki quote information, parses it, and displays it for the users who are using an API to do a quote generator. Clone of Reddit using the mean stack. Okay, so Mongo, Express, Angular, and Node. You're not mentioning anything up here about Express or Angular up here at all. User authentication with JSON Web Token. You haven't included anything about authentication up here in your skills. You definitely need to add that. One thing I would like to see is a GitHub link and a demo of it, and a GitHub link and a demo of it. UI UX design, so we definitely need to add that up here. So UI, looks like VI, but that's a U. And then you could remove this section and just keep it simple here. Just flat iron full stack web development. Maybe you could put the word immersive. I mean, you have some missing information. Some of your bullet points of what you're doing is a little bit ambiguous, kind of hard to follow, but there's some room for improvement. You should make these changes and flesh out your skills a whole lot more. You got to give yourself some credit. You can't limit yourself to these. If this is just what you want to do as a job, still list everything you have so that they know how mobile you are to move from technology to technology. Trust me, they'll find out what you're good at when they give you the code test, so don't even worry about it.